Now you'll create your first real project in Primavera P6. The new project wizard walks you through setting the project ID, name, plan dates, and picking the right spot in the enterprise project structure. By the end, you'll have a properly configured project ready for scheduling.
Before you click anything, understand where a project sits in P6. The enterprise project structure is the top-level container. Inside it, you place individual projects. Each project then holds a work breakdown structure, and activities live inside that. Creating a new project places it into this hierarchy. Getting that placement right from the start keeps your portfolio organized and your reporting accurate. To start, open the projects module in P6. Then go to the File menu at the top and select New Project. That launches the New Project wizard. This wizard walks you through each required field in a fixed, predetermined sequence. You can't skip any steps, and that's actually quite helpful because it ensures nothing critical is left blank before you save your new project. On this first screen, you pick an EPS node. Click the Browse button next to the EPS field. A tree of your organization's project structure appears. Navigate to the correct node and select it. This placement controls which portfolio reports include your project and which users can access it. If you are unsure which node to use, check with your P6 administrator before proceeding, because moving a project later requires extra steps.
On the second screen, you'll find two fields, Project ID and Project Name. The Project ID is a short, unique code used to identify the project across the entire database. Think of it as a file number that cannot duplicate any existing ID in the system. The project name is the full descriptive title that appears in reports and dashboards. Use a naming convention your organization has agreed on. Consistent IDs and names make filtering and searching much faster later. 3 rules for project IDs. First, the system enforces uniqueness. P6 won't let you save a duplicate. Second, keep IDs short, around 8 to 12 characters. They display cleanly in columns and reports. Third, follow a naming convention. A consistent format like DPT or SEQ makes the whole portfolio far easier to manage as it grows. On the third screen, you enter 2 dates. Plan start is the date P6 uses to calculate your forward schedule. Every activity's early dates anchor to it. Must finish by is a project-level deadline. If your schedule finishes later than that, P6 flags the project behind. Enter both carefully. You can change them later, but starting with accurate dates avoids confusion when you first run the schedule calculation.
Plan start drives your schedule, change it, and every activity moves. Must finish by is a constraint, not a calculation. It tells P6 the deadline to measure float and warn if you slip past it. Both fields are required. If you don't have a confirmed deadline, enter your best estimate. Update it when the contract is signed. The wizard also has a responsible manager and a project rate type. Responsible manager ties the project to an OBS node, controlling who can see and edit it. Rate type sets the default cost rate for resources. These fields often come with organizational defaults, so you may not need to change them now. But keep them in mind before loading resources. Wrong rate type leads to incorrect cost calculations. On the final wizard screen, you'll see a summary of everything you entered. Double-check each field before hitting finish. Once you do, P6 creates the project record in the database and opens it in the Projects module. If you catch an error here, fix it now. It's faster than digging through project details tabs later.
After you click Finish, P6 saves the project record to the EPS database under the selected node, then opens it directly so you can continue working. A default calendar is assigned. The system default controls working days and hours for schedule calculations. At this point, the project exists but has no activities yet. The next step is building the work breakdown structure, the foundation for adding activities.
The wizard doesn't lock anything permanently. After creation, the Project Details panel at the bottom of the screen shows all those same fields and more. From the General and Dates tabs, you can change the project ID, name, dates, or manager anytime. Here you set the default duration type and the project calendar, both needed before building your schedule.
Place the project in the wrong EPS node and you'll break reporting and access. Use a vague or duplicate project ID and you'll cause portfolio confusion. Leave must finish by blank and float calculations become useless. Skip the summary review and small typos become big problems. Slow down on that last screen. The full sequence runs 4 steps. Start by assigning the EPS node to place your project correctly in the hierarchy. Then enter a unique project ID and a clear name. Next, set plan start and must finish by dates. Finally, review the summary screen and click Finish. That's the complete workflow. Each step takes less than a minute once you know what to enter.
Now it's your turn. Open P6 and start the new project wizard. Run through all 4 screens with a real or practice project. After you click Finish, go to the project's module and make sure the project sits under the right EPS node. Then open Project Details and check that your planned start and must finish by dates are what you intended. That 3-step check after creation. Do it every time. You now know how to create a properly configured project in Primavera P6. You placed it in the correct EPS node, entered the start and finish dates, and assigned a unique identifier. The project now lives in the database with all the needed details. These elements give your schedule a solid foundation. This configuration is the critical first step for all future work. That's it for this lesson.